So the Eagles released their official injury report. Quez Watkins out, Justin Evans in, and Sidney Brown is officially out for Week 4 versus the Commanders. Also, Dallas Goedert and Jalen Carter have some very interesting things to say. Plus, the Commanders come to the link for a Week 4 matchup. And did you see Nolan Smith on the way to Tampa rocking our Philly dog hat? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast, and today we got a lot to talk about, but before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a favor? Help your boy out, hit that like, subscribe if you are new, and turn on notification bell. That way you know when we drop these videos or go live. Quick disclaimer, your boy is really sick. Hopefully I don't cough a lot during this video, but let's get into it. So the official injury report for the Philadelphia Eagles is out. Sidney Brown will not play. Either will Quez Watkins. Justin Evans, neck, full practice on Friday. He's questionable, but Quez Watkins was limited and is not playing in this Week 4 matchup. Could it be because of the chemistry between Jalen Hurts and Olamide Zaccheaus catching a crucial third down touchdown and a nice play on the sideline? At the end of the day, Quez will be back with the team, but maybe they don't want to rush him back due to the fact that Zaccheaus played well in his spot start. As for Sidney Brown, it's a shame that he can't play due to the hamstring, but I understand he's a player that uses his athleticism, his physicality, and the hamstring will slow him down. He played incredible Week 3 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I wanted him to build on that, right? The Eagles have been shorthanded in the secondary, although Justin Evans being questionable is a big-time help. I just hope that Sidney Brown gets healthy because big nickel, safety, I think his skill set's going to come in handy. But again, rather get the injuries, the small injuries out now, not later in the season, and don't rush a hamstring because it could linger throughout the season. Maybe that's also why they're not playing Quez. Real quick, though, I spoke about this on my last video, Nolan Smith getting more PT per Sean Desai. However, on the way to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game on the bus ride, guess who was wearing a Philly dog hat? Nolan Smith. If you want your Philly dog hat, the link will be in the description. You can find it there and the pinned comment section. Once again, he's rocking the Philly dog, Kelly Green. Get yours. I'm glad that the Eagles, mic'd up. Whoever's vlogging the mic up, he saw the Philly dog hat and decided to get it on camera. Get yours right there, along with the shirt. And don't forget the Air Hurt shirt. Let's hear what Jalen Carter had to say about the rookie wall.
They've managed your workload here during their first 3 games. Do you feel you can take on a bigger workload as the season progresses?
Yeah, of course. I feel like however many stops they need me to play at, I could play even more. Whatever I get for that game, it's what I get, and then, hopefully next week it gets more.
Has there been a conversation about the rookie wall? Is that why perhaps why they're kind of easing you in terms of your snap counts?
Rookie wall?
Yeah, you ever heard of the rookie wall?
I ain't hear that yet. What that is?
So it's basically for guys who are rookies, right? They've never played this amount of games. They never played this amount of games, in college. So at some point when December comes around, that's when they start to feel it. So to avoid that, feeling that, try and kind of ease you into the early going.
I haven't heard of that, but if that's the thing, then I guess so. But
I guess for some guys there's no rookie wall, right?
Yeah.
It could be you're the exception, right?
Yeah,
Jalen Carter don't know what no rookie wall is. That's good to know. I believe his snaps are going to go up. You heard him. If they want me to play more, I can play more. But he's still playing about 40 to 50% of the snaps, and he is very productive. We already talked about it. Leading the D tackles throughout the whole NFL in pressures, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. The list goes on and on. Here's Dallas Goedert on his opportunities. He wants the ball more, but he understands what's going on.
I know you talk a lot about being a selfless player, but what kind of patience has it required of you the past few weeks to try and get you involved in the offense?
Yeah, it's always tough. I love catching the ball and I love playing with the ball in my hands. But with this offense, that's not always going to be the case. Defense do different things to take us away. But it's one of those things that you just got to stay into it. You never know what play is going to be the next play, when it's going to spark a big run, or when you're just going to be needed. So it's just always waiting for the next play, the next opportunity, and they'll come.
Of course he wants the ball. He's one of the best tight ends in the game, but he understands there's only one ball. His time will come. Plus, listen, we can't complain about the passing yards. when we are the #1 rushing team in the NFL, or #2 would be #1 if DeAndre Swift played week 1. It's as simple as that. So again, it's a pick your poison offense, and everybody will get their time. 3 games in, AJ has 100 yards, Devontae has 100 yards, and guess what? Swift had 100 yards twice, but Dallas Goedert will get his 100-yard game for sure. Now, real quick, the brotherly shove is going from the NFL to college. Look at Penn State saying the brotherly shove, shaking the hands at Eagles. They decided to use it on a crucial 4th and goal, brotherly shove, and guess what? It works. And again, these are college kids, but we got NFL players and NFL coaches crying about the brotherly shove, formerly known as the tush push. Man up and play your game. And if it's so easy again, they did it. But I've seen NFL teams not get it done the way the Eagles do. Stop crying, or stop allowing the Eagles and these teams on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, right? What are you doing wrong on 1st and 2nd down to allow this Eagles team to get in a 1-yard situation? Knock it off. Before we get to the Eagles versus Commanders week 4, the Eagles are 3-0, but the national media, NFL, Twitter, a lot of the fan bases think that the Eagles aren't that good, or at least are asking how good are the Eagles. We're not getting put in the same category as the 2 other undefeated teams, the Niners, the Dolphins, right? I've heard people talk about the Chiefs and the Bills and teams with 1 loss as Eagles equal and or are they better? At the end of the day, we're the best rushing team in the NFL. We stop the run, the best in the NFL. The defense is getting takeaways. I think everybody's looking at how Jalen Hurts has played via turnovers, not throwing for 300 yards. But at the end of the day, when you're running like this, it's going to look different. But the Eagles have never trailed in a game. Let that sink in. We're 3-0. There were some close ones via the scoreboard, but if you watched the game, you never thought we were going to lose. The Eagles never trailed in 2023. When the Eagles have to pass the ball, trust and believe we will be able to pass the ball. Now, Commanders coming to the link for a week 4 matchup at 1 p.m. The crowd's going to be into it. James Cook absolutely destroyed that Washington rush defense, 98 yards, 6.5 yards a carry. So again, everybody wants to see the Eagles pass, and they might get some good passing because Smitty destroyed the Commanders last year, week 3. However, the run game is working, and if it's going to work at 6.5 yards a carry, then we got to do it. The Eagles' D-line is going to feast on Sam Howell and this Washington offensive line. The Commanders have allowed Sam Howell to be sacked 19 times in just 3 games this season, the most of any team through 3 games since the 2006 Raiders. But let's just look at last week real quick. Sam Howell, week 3, just week 3, hit 15 times, sacked 9 times, threw 4 interceptions. There's no reason why this Eagles D-line shouldn't eat. And we're not just talking about the interior that's been eaten, right? I'm talking about every single member on the line, even linebackers. Maybe Reed Blankenship gets an interception and or a safety. He's led the team in tackles. So when you look at this D-line, guys like Josh Sweat, right? Hassan Reddick, who hasn't been as busy, should get busy. These are the game preview picks once again. During the live stream before the game, I'll let you know my score prediction, but I do got the Eagles scoring north of 30. Let me know y'all score prediction in the comment section. One more thing about the Eagles defensive line. Remember, last year, week 3, when we played the Commanders, that's what catapulted us to having a 70-sack season. So guys like Hassan, Carter, Fletch, Sweat are going to eat. I wouldn't be surprised if the rotation pieces like Nolan Smith, Barnett, Brandon Graham don't get a sack. Maybe Nicholas Morrow or Zach Cunningham. Maybe Reed Blankenship. At the end of the day, I expect 5+ sacks. I understand Hal's going to try to get the ball out of his hand early, right? But if he gets the ball out of his hand early and the DBs are doing their job, we just might get some takeaways. We're talking about the 9 sacks last week that Sam Howell gave up, but he also threw 4 interceptions, and the Eagles, as I spoke about, are number 2. I repeat, number 2 in takeaways, and we're doing it every way possible. Interceptions, fumble recoveries. The special teams is hitting hard enough to force stuff, right? We're making people fumble on the goal line. Justin Evans from behind. These guys are just doing big things, taking the ball away. As much as our tackling has been as good as it's ever been, the guys are forcing turnovers, and that goes a long way in the NFL, especially when Sam Howell got to come to Philly and he's probably looking around like, dang, I just played a good defense and I threw 4 picks. Now I got to play a defense as ferocious as the Eagles. Please, God, don't let me do this again. I'm just kidding. We will see what happens. Remember, I will be live for the play-by-play. I don't know if I'm going to be able to drink Crown Rizzy if I still feel this bad. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, Eagle Nation. I go by Philly Mike. I will greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe on the road to 40K, but turn the bell on. The realest of the real, turn the bell on and go get your merch, whether it's a Philly Dog hat like our boy Nolan Smith has, an Air Hurt shirt, a Philly Dog shirt. Listen, we're doing a new Philly Dog shirt because as you see, this is the drafty one. It's the Eagles, it's the Philadelphia skyline, it's Philly Dogs and Eagles green. However, their jerseys are Georgia Bulldog jerseys, right? We're going to do a new Philly Dog shirt with Swift on there. 6 Philly Dogs, not 5 Philly Dogs. They'll all be in their Eagles shirt. And we're dropping the Air Hurts, the new Philly Dog logo, and just the Philly Dog logo as it pertains on the hat. We're going to make the hoodies. You know why? Because it's real football season, right? We're getting close to October. Hoodie season, football season. Drop the muscle emoji. Let me know your thoughts. We are out. Peace.